Thank you for watching our how-to video on setting up the inflatable cinema. Setup is very simple. The inflatable screen inflates in about 30 seconds, and the projector, speakers, Blu-ray player, and mixer all connect together with only 4 cables.
The first step is to unpack the screen and roll it out so that the white surface is facing up. You will want to lay the screen out on a flat area and also in the location where you want it set up. So all you will have to do after it is inflated is to stand it upright and then stake it down. The straps used to stake it down are already connected to the screen. There are 2 on each corner of the screen, one for the front and one for the back. Next, we have hammered in all 4 ground stakes. If you have the space, a good distance to place the stakes is to take each bottom strap and walk it out diagonally from the screen, leaving yourself a foot or so of strap so you can wrap it around the stake and tie it off. Each strap has a slider on it, so you can shorten and lengthen the straps. It is a good idea to make all of the bottom straps as long as they can go. If you don't have the room, that's okay, just go out as far as possible. Also, you don't have to use the stakes if there is a tree or fence within reach. You can use that to tie the straps to. The next step is to connect the air blower to the inflation sleeve of the screen. Then we will zip up the air vent if it is not already. With your rental, you get 2 50-foot extension cords, 1 25-foot extension cord, and 2 power strips. Before you plug anything in, we have found it is best to get all extension cords and power strips laid out first. To do that, determine where your power source will be. In this backyard, we have ran a 50-foot extension cord from the house to the projector stand. The projector stand needs to sit back from the base of the screen about 25 feet. Behind the projector stand, plug a power strip into the 50-foot extension cord that is running from your outlet, and then plug in the other 50-foot extension cord into the power strip. From there, take the other end up to the air blower. At the air blower, plug the 50-foot extension cord into the power strip. Plug the air blower into the power strip as well. The next step is to set up the speakers. Place the speakers in front of the screen, one in front of the air blower and the other on the opposite end. After you have placed the speakers, connect the speaker cables to the speakers. To do that, take the fat end of the speaker cable, the XLR end, and plug it into the back of the speaker. Before you plug in the speaker cable, first tie a quick square knot around the handle of the speaker. This is to prevent the speaker cable being jerked out of the speaker. If this is not followed, it could damage the equipment. The other end of the speaker cable you will plug into the mixer, and we will show you that step later. These speaker cables are 50 feet long, so you will have enough cable to take both down one side of the screen and hopefully arc them out of the way of foot traffic. After you have securely tied the speaker cable around the handle, plug it in right here. Plug the power cord into the speaker. That cord you plug into the power strip in front of the blower. The speaker on the opposite end, that is where you are going to need the 25-foot extension cord. You will use it to run along the front of the screen from the other speaker's power cord and into the power strip. Once you have everything plugged in, you can turn on the speaker. If this green light is on, you have power. Then set the volume knob to the halfway position. The top knob is the volume, and that is the only knob you will use. If this light that says clip is flashing, you are clipping the speakers, meaning you have the sound too high for the wattage and you could potentially damage the speakers. Repeat this step to the other speaker. The next step is to mount the projector to the stand. The projector is fastened with a mount that has a little ball joint attachment. You sit the ball in the little cup that is inside the stand and then hand tighten over it. No tools are needed. The next step is to connect the Blu-ray player to the projector using the HDMI cable. Connect the Blu-ray player to the mixer using this cable that has red and white RCA ends. Plug the small red and white ends into the red and white inputs on the back of the Blu-ray player. The ends of the cable with the larger red and white ends plug into the mixer where it says line in. The white end goes into the left input and the red end goes into the right input on the mixer. Remember the 50-foot speaker cables? So this is how you will connect the speakers to the mixer. On the mixer where it says main out, plug the speaker cable that is connected to the right speaker into the R output on the mixer. The left speaker cable you will plug into the L output on the mixer. If you want to listen to music from a device such as a smartphone or MP3 player, then you would switch out these large red and white RCA cables with this cable. This end goes into the headphone jack of your device, and these ends plug into the mixer the same way. Your volume control will be this knob that says main volume, and the knob next to it that says volume. You will use both knobs to adjust the volume. Next, plug the mixer's power cord into the back of the mixer and into the power strip we've already placed here. Important note, before you switch on the mixer, turn down all volume knobs completely so it doesn't pop the speakers when you switch on the mixer. It is a good idea to test the sound here. Next, plug the Blu-ray player into the power strip. The power cord for the projector plugs into the back of the projector, but wait until it is almost dark to plug the projector into the power strip. Everything is ready to go at the projector stand. We will quickly show you how to zoom and focus the projector. Above the lens are two dials. You manually focus and zoom the projector. The farthest and more narrow dial is the zoom, and the closer and wider one is the focus. You will have to adjust both once it is dark enough to see the picture on the screen. You are now ready to turn on the air blower and inflate the screen. Let the screen fully inflate on the ground, then you can stand it up. To stand up the screen, it is best if you get someone to help you. With your help holding it upright, you will want to wrap and tie all of the top straps around the ground stakes. Once you have the screen as perpendicular to the ground as you can, come back around to the ground stakes, securing the top straps and tying off the bottom straps. Setup is complete! We will quickly demonstrate how to take down the screen properly. Before you turn off the blower, untie the two top front straps so the screen can fall backwards to avoid the white surface touching the ground and becoming dirty. Turn off the blower and gently let it fall back. Once it is on the ground, unzip the air vent. Everything else is now gathered up, leaving just the screen. It is almost completely deflated now. Do not just stuff the screen into the duffel bag because the screen will become very wrinkly. Fold it in half a couple of times and then roll it nice and neat towards the air vent and place it into the screen bag. Thank you for watching this how-to video on setting up the cinema. We hope this has been helpful.